Carlos Alcaraz's life has looked like, right?
Amazing. And then to top it off,
that we would have gone from one legendary group to another.
There, it's hard, and they're making it look very easy. So
Tony Nadal built a dynasty, 16 Grand Slam titles with his nephew Rafael, decades of dominance on clay, one of the most successful coach-player partnerships in tennis history. So when he speaks, the tennis world listens. And what he just said about Carlos Alcaraz sent shockwaves through the sport. The legendary coach publicly criticized the world number one, calling out his behavior after winning the Australian Open and exposing a rift that nobody saw coming. "It bothered me," Tony said. "You cannot forget Juan Carlos's work all those years." Did Carlos Alcaraz disrespect the coach who made him a champion? Or is Tony Nadal out of line for airing this publicly? Comment your honest take below. Let's establish the facts immediately, because what happened in December wasn't just surprising. It was genuinely unprecedented in modern tennis. Carlos Alcaraz, the world number one, the reigning US Open and French Open champion, the player who'd just completed the most dominant season of his career, announced he was splitting from Juan Carlos Ferrero, the coach who discovered him at 14, the mentor who shaped his game for 7 years. The man who guided him to 6 Grand Slam titles, 24 tournament victories, and over $57 million in prize money. The timing made zero sense. Ferrero had just won ATP Coach of the Year. Alcaraz had just finished 2025 ranked number 1 in the world. Their partnership was the gold standard of modern coaching relationships. And then, without warning, it was over. Ferrero's statement told the real story. "Today is a difficult day," he wrote. "One of those when it's hard to find the right words. I wish I could have continued." That phrase, "I wish I could have continued," confirmed what everyone suspected. This wasn't mutual, this was Alcaraz's decision, or more specifically, Alcaraz's camp's decision. The tennis world reacted with confusion and concern.
So, we've obviously got the news today of the Juan Carlos Ferrero and Carlos Alcaraz.
How do you fire a coach after the best season of your career? How do you walk away from the person who built your entire game? Spanish media reported that Ferrero was given a new contract and told to respond within 48 hours. After 7 years together, he got 2 days to decide his future. Tony Nadal was among the first to question the move. "It surprised me," he said on Spanish radio. "The logical thing was to continue. Alcaraz finishes as number 1 in the world." But Tony went further. He suggested the reasons weren't about tennis at all. "I don't think this was a tennis issue," he said. "It has to be a reason that goes beyond tennis." The speculation was immediate. Contract disputes, financial disagreements, Ferrero's criticism of Alcaraz's lucrative exhibition schedule. Reports emerged that Alcaraz's camp had wanted to bring in Andy Murray as coach, a rumor that added fuel to an already burning fire. Whatever the truth, the split fractured Alcaraz's image. Fans who'd adored him suddenly questioned his loyalty. Social media turned hostile. The golden boy of tennis had his first real controversy. Then came the Australian Open. Alcaraz arrived in Melbourne with Samuel Lopez as his new head coach, a 55-year-old Spaniard who'd been part of his team since late 2024. The doubters were loud. Could Alcaraz win a major without Ferrero in his corner? Could he handle the pressure of Grand Slam tennis while the coaching controversy swirled around him? He answered emphatically. Alcaraz fought through a brutal draw, survived a 5-set semifinal against Alexander Zverev, and dismantled Novak Djokovic in the final. At 22 years old, he became the youngest man ever to complete the career Grand Slam. He joined an elite club: Rod Laver, Andre Agassi, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Djokovic. 6 names in history. Alcaraz was now one of them. The victory should have been pure celebration. Instead, it became the source of Tony Nadal's stunning criticism. In his trophy ceremony speech, Alcaraz thanked his team. He praised Samuel Lopez. He acknowledged the emotional roller coaster of the previous weeks. He said he'd proven the doubters wrong. What he didn't do, what Tony Nadal couldn't forgive, was mention Juan Carlos Ferrero. Not once. Not a single word about the coach who'd built his game from scratch. "It bothered me," Tony said on Radio Estadio Noche. "You cannot forget Juan Carlos's work all those years. I wouldn't have liked it if Rafa, when I left, had acted like this with Carlos Moya. The comparison was deliberate. When Tony stepped away from Rafael's team in 2017, the transition was handled with grace. Rafa acknowledged his uncle's contribution publicly and repeatedly. The respect was mutual and visible. What Alcaraz did or didn't do felt like the opposite. Tony went further. He criticized Alcaraz for calling Lopez one of the best coaches in the world, if not the best. The praise felt excessive given Lopez had been head coach for barely a month. Meanwhile, Ferrero, the man who actually developed Alcaraz's devastating all-court game, was erased from the narrative. The fallout was swift. Within days, Ferrero unfollowed Alcaraz on Instagram. The gesture was small but spoke volumes. A 7-year relationship, 6 Grand Slams, a world #1 ranking, reduced to a social media unfollow. Fans attacked Ferrero for pettiness. Others attacked Alcaraz for forcing his former coach's hand. Andy Roddick offered perspective on his podcast. First, to all those who say he doesn't need Ferrero, yes, it's impressive that Carlos won a Grand Slam after this huge change. It's crazy. Kudos to his team. But Roddick wasn't finished. Carlos will forever be the result of the work done with Ferrero. This Grand Slam title was won without Ferrero, but no future triumph will exist without the foundations they built together. That's the uncomfortable truth Alcaraz's victory speech ignored. You don't become the youngest career Grand Slam champion by accident. You don't develop that forehand, that movement, that mental resilience overnight. Ferrero built those foundations over 7 years of daily work, and in the moment of ultimate triumph, Alcaraz acted like none of it mattered. Tony Nadal's criticism wasn't about jealousy or bitterness. It was about respect for the craft of coaching, for the sacrifices coaches make, for the debt players owe to those who shaped them. When Tony coached Rafa, he never took a salary. The relationship was built on family loyalty, not financial transactions. He believes that's why it lasted. Modern tennis is different. Players pay coaches, coaches become employees, and employees can be dismissed when they become inconvenient. But Tony's message was clear. Success doesn't erase history. Titles don't justify amnesia. And the greatest players honor those who helped them climb. Carlos Alcaraz won the Australian Open. He made history. He silenced the doubters who questioned whether he could win without Ferrero. But in doing so, he created a different kind of doubt about his character, his gratitude, and his understanding of what it truly means to be a champion. Tony Nadal called out Carlos Alcaraz for forgetting the coach who made him a champion. The tennis world is divided. Was Alcaraz disrespectful, or is this just business? Hit like and subscribe for more tennis reality checks.